Good morning, family and friends of Grace Lutheran Church. I'd like to thank you all for joining me. I'm doing the hymn video this week. I am your host on Hymn of the Day. Like I said last Sunday, Karen is on vacation. She'll be on vacation probably till the end of the week, and I don't know if she'll get this hymn video recorded. Our hymn of the day is 395, O Morning Star, How Fair and Bright. It is 395. It is the Queen of Chorales. You can see my little note there, and I'm going to ignore it because instead of talking about the Queen of the Chorales, the hymn of the day, I want to talk about our theme hymn for the season of Epiphany, or maybe half of the season of Epiphany. Our theme hymn is the Epiphany Chorale. It's by Gregory Wismar, who is CPH's resident hymn writer. And this hymn, like I said, this is our sequence hymn of the season, or at least half of the season. We're going to sing it this week, which is Epiphany Observed. Remember, Epiphany actually happens on January 6th. It's the 12th day of Christmas, and so you start with Christmas Day, 12 days, you got Christmas Day, and then Epiphany Day, which is sort of sometimes called the Epiphany of the Gentiles. And this is the celebration of when the wise men come to see Jesus, to pay homage and give their gifts of gold, frankincense, and myrrh. So that's what we're studying this week, which is why we're going to sing the Epiphany hymn. But we're not going to just sing the Epiphany hymn this week. We're going to sing it this week for Epiphany. We're also going to sing it next week for the baptism of Jesus. And we're also going to sing it the week after that for Epiphany 2. I'll be on vacation, but Pastor Jim is going to preach on Matthew chapter 4, verse 12 through 25. And this text is about the arrest of John the Baptist, Jesus moving from Nazareth to Capernaum and calling Peter and Andrew to be his first two disciples. All of this is sort of the beginning of Jesus's ministry. Now, you all know the Queen of the Chorales, or not the Queen of the Chorales. You all know the Epiphany hymn. The Epiphany hymn is generally what we understand to be We Three Kings. And it sort of makes us nervous to sing We Three Kings, because We Three Kings is basically wrong. We don't know if there were three of them. There could have been 1 or 2 or 12 or 15. They certainly were not kings. They were wise men, sages from afar, astrologers. I really like the idea to believe and remember that they were probably Jews who remained in Babylon. If you read through Ezra and Nehemiah and study the history of Israel repopulating Jerusalem and rebuilding the walls, you'll note that a lot of people didn't leave. There were hundreds, if not thousands, of deported Jews from the Babylonian captivity that just stayed in Babylon. So these three sages were probably not from the Orient like the song romanticizes. They're probably from Persia and Babylon. They're not kings. We don't know how many of them there are. We do know that they did bring gifts for the new king. And those gifts we're going to study over the next 3 weeks, one at a time in our sequence hymn. Gold is given to him because it is the gift that you give to royalty. Frankincense is the gift of divinity. And myrrh is the gift for sacrifice and sorrow. Like I said, we'll talk about all 3 of those over these next coming weeks of Epiphany, the baptism of Jesus, and the calling of the first disciples. We'll sing a little bit of this Epiphany hymn just to get your, hopefully to get you thinking about it. Gifts to Jesus gratefully bring, songs for Jesus lovingly sing. God among us born to save us, hail him as Lord and King. Oh, by the wonder of his birth, Jesus is God's gift to earth. May our living and our giving witness to the Savior's birth. I hope to see you on Sunday. It's going to be a great King. We've got a great hymn of the day, the Queen of the Chorales, O Bright Morning Star, How Bright and Fair, and the Epiphany Chorale for the next 3 weeks. God bless. Hope to see you soon.